Hi everyone, I'm Debra Wanless and welcome to an overview of the Let's Begin to Have Fun with Theory series. After decades of teaching, adjudicating, examining, training new teachers, and researching how children learn, I decided it was time to create a theory series. The result is Let's Begin to Have Fun with Theory, which is rooted in the natural order of learning as well as teaching to preferred learning styles with specific attention to sensory modalities, dispositions, and general interests. I really wanted my theory series to be a standalone program, independent of a piano method book page, and a series that, although it is keyboard rooted, is ideal for young instrumentalists or vocalists as well. The Let's Begin to Have Fun with Theory allows your producer disposition students to work ahead of the method book, learning new concepts in a pre-teaching format, but at the same time allows the less interested writing students to use their theory exercises as reinforcement, writing after the concept is learned at the piano. The result is a standalone, generic 4-book theory series, which works well for many method books. It is also a great companion program for my Let's Begin piano method books. The Let's Begin to Have Fun with Theory is a mix and match type of program. You can use it with many method books, especially the Middle C approaches. It's designed to appeal to students as young as 5, but is also mature enough for an 11-year-old to enjoy. I've even had adults who opted to use the Let's Begin to Have Fun with Theory. Let's Begin to Have Fun with Theory can be used in both class and private settings. It's also a great series to assess the general knowledge of a transfer student. We've all found ourselves in those situations where we don't know what the child has learned. We don't necessarily know if they've done any theory and how deep the knowledge goes. So it's a great program to just hand to a student and let them work through to discover what their knowledge base is. The Let's Begin to Have Fun with Theory is a series which prepares students well for a full rudiments examination program, which is required by many conservatories, especially those here in Canada. I truly believe that early theory needs to be fun, inviting, repetitive without feeling boring, and relatively easy. If it becomes too challenging too quickly, children become disinterested. Children learn best through play and discovery. Let's Begin to Have Fun with Theory fulfills all of these needs. Fun with Theory was designed with simple, easy to use and understand language. With the inclusion of familiar language like twins or triplets, it allows us to teach from the inside out, meaning that we're using knowledge that the child brings to the table. Discovery through questions is important and leads to deeper learning. Simple, short sentences, and usually it's only one sentence per line, make it also user-friendly for a young student. And something that I think is a great idea is at every lesson with your theory instructions, walk through the instructions with every child. Highlight key words, or better still, have the child highlight these words. When they touch the page, they remember better. Your highly audio or kinesthetic students generally benefit from completing the exercises during lesson time in front of you. General interest is stimulated through the attractive, appealing, and play-like approaches and characters. Word searches and crossword puzzles both develop horizontal and vertical reading, which is essential in the development of piano score reading. Games encourage and develop curiosity and investigation. Games also require the asking of questions, problem solving, and engage the brain in critical thinking. all of which are much needed tools for musicians. In addition to word searches and crosswords, I've also included things like fill in the blanks, matching games, and time challenges. Don't be surprised if your students skip ahead seeking out their favorite style of games. I also really wanted Let's Begin to Have Fun with Theory to be a see and do approach, which creates engaging and user-friendly theory exercises for all learning styles. Children can literally look at the images and almost immediately know what to do. New topics include simple explanations, great age-appropriate visuals, and immediate application through exercise. It offers one new topic at a time, which allows us to expand and constantly teach from the known to the unknown. The well-known Canadian pedagogue Cora B. Ahrens once said, "All possible fundamentals of music notation should be deduced from each piece or study as the child goes along." Students need to understand the connection between written theory and actual playing. My treasure hunts, found in Let's Begin to Have Fun with Theory, use level-appropriate short scores, which should always be played by the student. The treasure hunts develop applied theory, problem solving, develop critical thinking, and throughout the theory books, use every page to the fullest and use things like the treasure hunts as sight reading. Have the student play and clap, count out loud. This all contributes to better processing. To keep things fresh and exciting and interesting, although material is repeated from page to page, we don't have 6 pages of the same type of exercise. The activities change. Here's an example of how I make that happen. The natural sign is introduced and applied to note naming, but it's followed by a fun word search game, which includes, of course, the natural sign for repetition and reinforcement. In summary, Let's Begin to Have Fun with Theory series, the 4 books, cover a large range of topics from treble or G and bass or F clefs, ledger line reading up to 2 ledger lines above and below the staff, accidentals, of course, sharps, flats, and naturals, language and concepts such as whole and half steps or tones, and basic musical signs and terms. Rhythm topics include whole notes, dotted half notes, dotted quarter notes, quarters, and eighth note values. Simple time signatures are included using quarter note value. Exercises include adding time signatures, adding rests, counting, and bar lines. And of course, pickup or upbeats are also discussed. Let's Begin to Have Fun with Theory also includes simple key signatures and the identification of major scales, C, F, and G major, position of semitones within the major scales, and identification of the first note as the tonic. As well, tonic triads in blocked and broken style are included, and intervals up to 1 octave, numerical aspect only, and harmonic and melodic forms. Your students will be working ahead and loving their theory with Let's Begin to Have Fun with Theory.